So we got 2 months left. Send invites, create seating charts.
Hey guys, welcome. Excited you guys are here. This is my, I'd say the first functionality I've done my own webinar on Zoom. So I see everyone starting to load in and join us. So thank you again for being here. I am going to post some links towards the end, just so you guys have some resources and some links. And we're going to get started in just a few minutes. I'd love to, for fun, if you guys can post in the chat any area you want to share with me you're from. So if you're from Los Angeles or Florida, whatever that looks like, and your city, our closest largest city would be great, because I'm going to just pick a few and show you just some out of the box prospecting type aspects. So awesome. You guys are amazing. And thank you for posting and thank you for joining us. So I'm going to do a series of these. The goal today is to be able to give you some actionable things that you can go and you can implement into your business. So I appreciate you joining. I'm not sure if you're on my mailing list or if your team leader shared with you that I was doing this session. But again, thank you for joining. Give me just 1 second and I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay. All right. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about me, and then we're going to dive into some fun and some things that you can actually go and get started and do in your business right away. So my name is Christina Griffin. I am a MAPS coach. I also teach a group course called Foreclosures and Short Sales. Foreclosures and Short Sales. I am a rainmaker of a large team that is in 10 Keller Williams market centers in Middle Florida. I have a little over 30 agents on our team and 12 people in my operations staff. I'm a mom of 3 and married to an awesome guy. He actually just delivered me flowers at the office. And I've been married for almost 20 years, and I've got a 6-year-old, a 18-year-old and a 20-year-old. So I'm a mom and run a big business, and I have learned everything the hard way. So what I would tell you is a lot of what I'm going to teach you today are just due to time, just some things that you can open your mind up to the possibilities of reimagining your business, bringing some additional opportunity into your business. And I'm also going to share with you a little bit about my course that I'm teaching. So again, thank you for being here. And please feel free to post questions. And if we have time, I will also make sure to answer those questions. So right now, my main goal is I'm going to share with you a few of the systems I use. I'm going to share with you a few of the opportunities for prospecting tools that you may not know are at your fingertips. Most of us that are agents, we prospect for sale by owners, expireds in our sphere and database. So with what's going on in our world, there is a lot of homeowners that are in forbearance, and that is going to be lifting at the end of this month. So I do teach in my course how to fully navigate the forbearance, pre-foreclosures, work with and prospect for short sales, effectively do a short sale, and about 50 plus different off-market ways to be able to prospect, how to be an REO agent, working with investors and everything in between. So we have a very highly impactful 12-week course that each week is a full hour of content. So this is one of the links I'm going to share with you. It's called Black Knight. Black Knight is a a system that all of the mortgage data feeds into Black Knight with all of the mortgages in the entire country. So it puts a pretty report together, and this is some of the data that I'm going to share with you. This came out just a few days ago, and this is April forbearance activity. So there's over 2 million loans that are still in forbearance. Again, those are going to lift at the end of this month, as well as millions of tenants that are in eviction. That's going to lift as well. I'm going to go back to this is a system I use. The reason why I'm showing you this is it's a nationwide system, and it's going to allow me to be able to pull some data in some different buckets that I want you to reimagine maybe how you do business. Open your mind up to the possibilities that if you knew how to prospect for certain types of data and had the right message to be able to convey to them how many opportunities you can create for yourself, your team, your family, your market center. So these numbers came out just a few weeks ago. This particular system, it pulled all of the numbers, and it shows that there are 46 million pre-foreclosures in the US. There are 2.5 million properties that are vacant, reported by the US Post Office. 3.5 million in pre-probate. That's prior to it going through the probate where it's been identified that the person is deceased. 67 million in bankruptcy. And as you can tell, a lot of other data buckets. So I teach you how to say certain things, what to say, full marketing examples around a ton of off-market opportunity for you. So I am going to show you a little bit of what I mean, and we're going to dive in today to some comprehensive things that will help you in your business on the short sale aspect. So I'm going to show you this particular system. It's called PropStream. And again, I use a ton of systems based upon your budget. This is very affordable. It's a little less than $100 a month. And that's just for the data. It's got a lot more inside of it where you have to pay for phone numbers and things like that. But this is because it was the first one, it looked like that posted Nashville. And again, I'm just showing you because I want you guys to think about how you can get more deals, how you can sell more homes, and how you can help more people and become a community expert. Now, keep in mind, moratoriums lifted at different times across the country. And what I mean by that is some of your states did not allow foreclosing to happen, and they did not process certain documents due to COVID. So this is just an example of Nashville. So Nashville and all of your locations, you're going to be able to pull this type of data. Depending on your location, will show how many are in these different types of data buckets. Now, what I do through my course is I teach you and give you examples of the messages and different ways to prospect. So I want you to reimagine your neighborhood. Okay. Say you're in a neighborhood and you live in a community. Do you know if the person that lives across the street from you is a tenant? Do you know if the person that is maybe 2 doors down just went through a divorce, that the one across the street's in probate, one maybe has an IRS lien? It's pretty scary, the things that are in our fingertips. But if we have the right message and we really have a servant's heart and we really help the people in our community, there's so many things that we can do. And I am a proponent of, I love sweat equity. I personally, still to this day, and every Sunday before my family wakes up, I pull my neighborhood and I go for, I call it my cardio, my steps before most people are awake before I go to church, and I'll put a note on their door. It could be a card. It could just be a simple door hanger. And I'm going to show you some resources on those. But I'm going to go ahead and dive into Nashville. This is some of the data you can pull when it's at your fingertips. So in Nashville, there's 2,568 homes that are reported as being vacant by the U.S. Post Office. Liens, there are 1,243 homes in Nashville that have liens on them. So it could be an HOA lien, it could be a mechanic's lien. Now pre-foreclosures, there's 11. And the reason why there's 11, I can guarantee, is because this is one of the states that just started getting back to pre-foreclosures. Now bank owned, there's 173. I show you how to take this data and be able to reach out to the bank to see if you can develop relationships to be able to work with them and become an agent that represents banks. Properties that are free and clear, there's 84,000. Now bankruptcy, there's 278. Divorce, there's 27. Tax delinquencies, there's 4,908. People that are likely delinquent on their taxes that have a mortgage are also potentially in forbearance, and that just has not been visible and hasn't showed yet. Now you can also pull senior owners, tired landlords. Those are landlords that have had the property a long time, could have some levels of delinquencies. Pre-probate. Wow, this is probably one of the biggest numbers I've seen. There are 2,967 homes in pre-probate currently in your area. Now, again, guys, I'm just showing you these buckets because I want you to open your mind to the things that you can prospect for and really truly hone into your neighborhood and start to be that expert. It could be a message to all those probate owners, people in divorce, just touching base with them with a simple golden letter. Would you be interested in selling your home with their address to a client of mine? If so, please call me. Being able to have the right message and be able to help people in our world, it's a great thing. So you can also pull tax liens. So that's IRS liens. There's 684, 80 HOA liens, mechanics liens, 101, utility liens, solar liens, child support liens. Okay. Now I'm going to show you one other location, then I'm going to go to the other state. You guys are going to, I'm going to go over short sales and some learning. Again, part of my goal today is to really open your mind to the possibilities. Now, out of state, out of country, and local, there's 77,000 in your that are absentee owners in your city. Now, I'm going to go here. There are people that there are 28,000 that own more than 10 homes. There are 8,130 that own more than 100 homes. What would it look like if you reached out to one of those owners and you touch base with them to see if they may be interested in selling, and you learn how to get a portfolio and be able to sell that many homes? There are 2 properties that they own more than 10, and they have liens on them. So the data that's at our fingertips that we can by design be able to truly work with them is pretty outrageous. And I show you guys how to do this. I call it out of the box prospecting. So I am going to pull up one other lever. We're going to go to one other website, and then I'm going to show you some things that you can immediately start to do in your business. Okay. All right. So I saw Orlando. So I want to, someone posted Orlando. I just want to show you how different things are. in different parts of the world when it comes to pre-foreclosures and people in locations that have started foreclosing a lot earlier. So Orlando alone has 1,547 pre-foreclosures. All the other data that we spoke about is also very, very transparent and very easy to be able to see. And I am also, I'm going to go ahead and pull up Baton Rouge too, since I saw that one. 64 in Baton Rouge. So you can see based upon Nashville's pre-foreclosures to the other two areas I showed you, it's because their state started pre-foreclosing a lot sooner. So guys, open your mind to the possibilities and what's available to you. Now, this is a website I use, and I am going to drop the link in our chat. It's called Printer Bees. Now, the reason I have no ownership, the reason I like to show this one is it has a ton of really great messages. Door to door and letters are a huge return for us. I personally have 12 ISAs and we're doing a lot of calls on the phones. However, door to door and sending out a letter is a much higher rate of return. So this particular website has a short sale hangers. These are door hangers, but it's got a lot of really great messages that you can take these messages and you can adapt, as well as expired listings. They're a little corny, but I'll be honest with you. This one has a nice simple house on it. That has the ability to work on all different levels with the message that the golden letter has on it on would you be willing to sell your home to my buyer? You're going to get a ton of calls. And I want you to think about, and again, I teach you out of the box prospecting techniques. When you have an expired listing in your area, how many people do you think physically go door to door? And even if it's a simple door hanger, put it on someone's door. Most people are calling, and if they're on the do not call, they're not calling. So remember, you never pick up the phone and call if anybody is on the do not call, and you have to have systems around knowing that. But you can always go to their door. You can always send a letter. Now, keep in mind, sending a simple or posting a door hanger on every single expired, our area, I think we had 60 today. All of those expireds, even if you hire a runner, instead of paying for leads, learn how to create the opportunity, and I teach you how to do that. Now, I'm going to post a link on my course. It's $295, and it's for 3 months. Highly interactive Facebook group. There's also a certificate that we just got approved that whoever graduates is going to have a certificate around it. I answer a ton of questions and very involved. And each week it's a full hour of content. Now, this right here is a system that I'm going to show you on how each and every one of you that watch this, I highly recommend you to create, I call it money now. So auction.com is a website that is going to allow you to pull up the pre-foreclosures that have foreclosure sale dates in your direct area. So you put your city, you click on foreclosure homes, and there's 16 in Orlando. And I'm just pulling up Orlando because that was one of the last areas I looked at. But you'll see here all of these foreclosure sale dates. These are homes that have physical foreclosure sale dates that are on them. And I highly recommend that each and every one of you check your area. You pull the address, go to tax records, and you send a letter to that owner. You go door to door, and you offer some type of solution, because each one of these houses, there is a foreclosure date that is attached, and you do have time. It takes a few weeks to do a short sale, and I do teach you how to do the short sale process. But if they have any equity, and you know this market's a little crazy right now, being able to list their property, like this one in St. Cloud, that the foreclosure date is August 10th, you have plenty of time to help offer solutions. Now, I teach you how to locate cash buyers in your area. So to be able to go, say, the ones that are getting foreclosed on in a few weeks, to be able to go to those. Now, remember and keep in mind that you can sell houses in your entire state. So you have the ability to, if you have investors or buyers looking, to be able to sell houses in your entire state. So Tennessee has 97, and I think the other one was Louisiana that's here. There's 58. So this is just a different way to be able to prospect. And it is absolutely safe to reach out to a homeowner that has a foreclosure sale date. Now, when you join our course, I give you a ton of letters to get started with, and our Facebook group is opening this next week. So you immediately get put in the Facebook group and you get a ton of letters as well. Keep in mind that up until the day they lose their home, the owner of that property is fully in control of the property and has the ability to sell the property and work with you. So utilize this resource, guys. Investors, there is so much cash in the market right now. Even if you just look at your market and you find people that have cash, they have purchased cash, or you just post on your Facebook, hey, can you please, is anyone looking to invest? You truly have a legitimate buyer. All of us do, even if it's an open door or an offer pad, if they're in your area. So reach out to that homeowner and learn how to offer solutions. Okay, so I'm going to post some links, and I'm going to go ahead and finish this out on showing you guys some basics around short sales. So let me go ahead real quick. All right, I'm going to go ahead and post this link. Those are just some things that we talked about today, as well as my class. Keep in mind that the class with MAPS is open to any brokerage. So it's only $295 per month. And I believe they give you a 30-day guarantee. And I have never had anybody cancel. I personally have been in the business for, gosh, almost 20 years. And I've sold over 4,000 investment properties. So please know that anything I teach you are things that I've done and I've applied and I've done in my world and helped others across the country. So feel free to post any questions that you have. I'm going to go ahead and go through some basics around short sales. Now, I fully teach short sales in our course. You also get forms and how to do that, how to create big short sale departments, as well as, like I showed you, to utilize tools to be able to prospect. There's a lot of free tools within your MLS. I also show you guys how to do that. I personally like the easy button. That's why I work with a few systems that will give me all the data and pull the phone numbers. So introduction to short sales. So it is crucial to remember short sales are not a one-size-fits-all. Short sale prices must have to have the approval of the principal lender. If the homeowner has filed for bankruptcy, the bankruptcy court or trustee must approve their entering into a listing agreement. And I show you how to create a team, work with attorneys. And if you want to specialize in bankruptcy, it's a really great opportunity to help people in your community right now. Now, keep in mind, with millions of people that are in forbearance and millions of people that are in eviction, we really have a great opportunity to be a community expert and help the people in our world on a really big level. Lenders consider short sales only when it benefits them. Short sale contracts are often as is. Lender approval and negotiating short sale options. And I'm buzzing through this quickly. This particular session is an entire hour, but I'm just giving you some highlights. And this is week 3 of our course. True negotiation power lies within the bank's negotiator. Third-party BPOs, broker price opinions, often dictate property value. Now I'm going to teach you how to actually do a BPO if that's something that you want to learn. It'll give you the ability to learn how to evaluate properties and really truly, if you want to create an additional revenue source for you, but allow you to understand repairs on a home. Banks lose with foreclosure, so they want a fair alternative. I want you to keep in mind that people that are in forbearance, if they have not paid a payment in over 12 months, that money is not forgiven. That gets added to the balance of the property. If they owe $100,000 and their payment's $1,000 a month and they have been in forbearance for 12 months, then that $12,000 gets added to the principal and what they owe. So yes, it's not like 2008. We've heard a lot of that. Values are crazy. But when you have someone that hasn't paid a mortgage payment in 12 to 18 months, that mortgage payment gets added onto what they owe. In many cases, that's going to eat up a lot of their equity. Hedge funds own thousands of properties, so I teach you how to create those hedge fund relationships, be able to sell them off-market properties, as well as to be able to work relationships where they can become a really great buyer for you on these solutions. So negotiating short sale options. So here's the three options. You could do it yourself. Title company, a lot of title companies or attorneys' offices, they have somebody, or a third-party short sale negotiator. Now, I'm going to teach you how to build out each one of these buckets. I personally use a short sale negotiator that I've used for over 10 years. So prior to that, my prior company, I actually created their short sale department for a big national company. So we definitely have the ability to have a diversified opinion. But what I would tell you is having a short sale negotiator, whether it's employed by your title company, employed by you as an admin, creating those systems and processes is not super hard. And I teach you how to do that. Some short sales only take a few weeks, some take longer, and it's really like a transaction. When you have a transaction coordinator, they're going to have a step-by-step process flow that they work on in your transaction. It's the same thing with short sales. If you know the steps and you can simplify it, it's really a great opportunity for you. Alternatives. However, a homeowner may have fallen behind on payments, yet has equity. Homeowner has at least 3 months to cure the delinquency after a notice of default is issued. Now, we're going to see a lot of notice of defaults, and we're going to see, and Lucy, if you can type your question would be great. I'm almost done and I'll be able to answer questions as well. The notice of defaults that are going to rapidly increase. You saw the numbers, 46 million people are in a situation where a notice of default was issued. Now, when they default on their forbearance agreement, that also is going to trigger a notice of default. And you can also prolong the foreclosure period. There are things, every homeowner you work with, they should have letters that are sent out, respond to every notice, because that's going to give them a delay, and working with you or an attorney on that. Now, this is the last thing I have time to touch on today. I'm going to show you one other great hack, and then I'm going to answer any questions you guys have. Loan modification, forbearance, right of redemption, a reinstatement period, and a deed in lieu of foreclosure. Those are some options for the homeowner. Many of us don't understand or know what the options are for them, and I teach you what those options are so we can provide to the homeowner their best choice or their best opportunity to be able to do what's best for their family. So please know, if you're not in forbearance and you haven't gone through this process, I'd highly recommend you to check with a local bank. Now, I am going to share with you a link, and it's probably one of my favorite because it's super comprehensive, and I really recommend. Yes, you guys will get an email with this. Oh, I'm sorry. No, the deck that is my MAPS course. So hold on one second. All right, hopefully you guys were able to see, but I will share a summary on a few of the things that I went through on this. I don't share the PowerPoints, but I will give you guys, everyone that registered for the webinar, you're gonna get the recording as well and the details around that. So this particular link, hold on one second. Okay, this particular link, I highly recommend you check out. If you do not know what it looks like to do a short sale, if you don't know the options around forbearance, this particular site, this is Flagstar Mortgage. Every single bank is going to have a different process, but this is a really great site that gives you a lot of information. Now, I teach you how to navigate all of this, but it talks about the CFPB. And their rules and what's happening right now. But it also gives a really great example of a loss mitigation package. So I want you to understand, and the link is in the chat. When you click on their loss mitigation package, there is a section here I really like, and it gives you a great explanation. So when you're talking to a homeowner, and if you guys are taking my course, you're going to have a lot of these documents. But if you're not, download this, print this page. When you're talking to a homeowner, here's their options. They're going to refinance, reinstate their loan, repayment, forbearance, or modification. So it gives you the overview and it gives you the benefits around it. Now, the short sale, it also tells you what that is and what a deed in lieu of foreclosure is. Our job is to understand the options to be able to convey to the people that we're talking to and the people that we're helping. And that's what I do, is I teach you a lot of that. Now, I'm going to show you one hack. And that's the last thing we have time for today. And I threw a lot at you, but you guys will get the recording. And I really hope you join on our course. I would love the opportunity to teach you through this process. So there's an app called Hit 'em Up. Love it on every level. Use it on a high level. So I believe it's free still for the first week. You can download it on your app store, and you have a lot of people in your world right now, and you have a lot of people that are in forbearance, they're in eviction, there's uncertainty, maybe they're in bankruptcy, and they are unaware of the process or who to reach out to. Or maybe that you specialize in something that can help them. So they may Google, go to Zillow, go to someone else that says that they can help them due to their certain issue that they're working on. A lot of us, when COVID started, we did what they call care calls to our people. This is an app that I love. And again, I think it's free for the first week. There's a free trial. You download it and it allows you to text everyone in your address book. It allows you to just touch base. And now 4th of July is coming up. I personally, if you haven't touched your people in your address book, and keep in mind, remember, we can sell houses all over the country. So if you talk to somebody in your address book that doesn't live local, you can refer them to an agent partner. And that's where referral fees and things like that come in play. So text everyone and just say, hey, this is Christina Griffin, or this is, hey, it's Christina, just checking on how you and your family are. Can I get your most updated address so I can send you a 4th of July card? Or can I get your most updated address because I would love to send you a card? Nobody says no around asking for their address to get them a card. Now you take that address, you update your CRM with their contact info. I personally love send out cards. I use that on a high level, and send everyone a card and touch base with them. Now, next week, after you get everyone's addresses and you do that initial, I call it love text, you have the ability to send videos through this particular app. And the video that I would recommend sending is, hey, I know there's a lot going on in the world right now. If you know anybody in forbearance or eviction or anyone that needs anything in regarding real estate, would you mind having them reach out to me? There's a good chance that people in your world need help. They just don't know who to ask. So you do a love touch first, and then you go in for adding value. And again, this app's great, and it even has birthday flags where you can reach out to people in your world. Remember, in the Biden administration, okay, I'll go ahead and post this. This was a press release that was done a while back, actually a few months ago. And it's on the White House press release. And I like going directly to the source. 1 in 5 renter is behind on their rent, and just over 10 million homeowners are behind on their mortgage. Okay. So if you look at that, and 70% of all mortgages that exist are part of the foreclosure moratorium lifting the end of June. If you look at 1 in 5 renter potentially is behind in their rent, and that eviction period is going to open up. And with the millions of people that are going through things, like I showed you the data, people in your neighborhood, people in your world, people you talk to, if 1 out of every 5 potentially may need some help, whether it's helping them with a rental or helping their friend or family members, now's the time to become that community expert, know how to say the right things to help the people in your world. And that's what I teach you guys how to do. So, are you able to easily learn and execute the process if you're fairly new in real estate? Absolutely. So I teach you ways to be able to prospect out of the box, whether it's door to door. It's all having conversations and knowing what to say. You get scripts, tools, resources, and I help you every step of the way. Now, you guys may do my course, and you get 60 days after the very last class to go back and rewatch it. You may do it and you may decide, you know what, I don't want to be an REO agent. I don't want to do short sales. Well, maybe you want to learn how to find off-market properties to invest in real estate. Maybe you want to work with investors. It's going to help you also learn how to work on a short sale aspect as a buyer's agent. It's the worst thing to work and do a short sale as a buyer's agent when the listing agent doesn't know what they're doing. So I'm going to teach you how to navigate all aspects I call out of the box real estate, and be able to add a ton of business to your world. Now, there are a lot of off markets that are selling. A lot of the large institutions, a lot of the hedge funds, they have people, I call it boots on the ground. They have bird dogs is another name of it. People, wholesalers that are going and doing the things I teach in my course. So this is going to give you the ability to impact more lives, help more people in your neighborhood, and become a better agent. So guys, I hope you got value out of today. I will be doing a series of these, and I hope you join our course. Please check out MAPS Coaching. There are a ton of also other YouTube videos I've done, and I look forward to getting to know you, and I hope you join our course, and have a wonderful day, okay?